Well, here it is, December the 6th now, and it's been quite a few days since my last news update when I promised myself I would do these every other day or so. So I'm going to stay in integrity with myself and just do another quick one here. These are totally unscripted and strictly my opinion of some of the aviation news. We are getting ready to go to ICAS. That is the International Council of Air Shows. We'll be there all next week, and that is where we book our air shows for the coming year. So work has to stop on the jet. We are going to be putting a new engine in this airplane for the 2026 season. But in the meantime, I'll just hit you with three quick things. They just kind of hit me this week. And the first one is aviation maintenance. I fly corporate jets, I fly experimental jets, I do a lot of stuff in aviation, but I've noticed a trend in the maintenance side. Many of my peers have experienced the same thing. We have two things, and it's both a problem and an opportunity. The level of the aircraft mechanics, the maintainers, the level of service and support that we can get on our aircraft is slipping big time. That is a positive for those of you that are considering a career in aviation, because we need you. We need mechanics. We need people who can think, who can troubleshoot, who can manage a process, and who can read. And why I say that is I am finding more and more people just winging it. The modern maintenance manuals for aircraft are very, very simple to understand. And there's a process to troubleshoot an aircraft, to find out what's wrong with that, or even to perform its normal maintenance. So we're seeing a problem out there, and for every problem, there's always a solution. So those of you that love airplanes, there's an opportunity for you. It's well paid, it's decent work, it's honest work, and in the days of AI, your job is not going away. It's going to be real hard to replace our maintainers, our mechanics. It's going to be really easy to replace our pilots. And that's happening. You look at these autonomous aircraft that are already coming out. I was recently leaving an airport. I won't get into where it was, but what taxied right past me was a totally autonomous military fighter. So more and more on the pilot side, we're seeing the human being taken out of the picture. And that's going to continue. It's going to escalate, and it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to make it easier for anybody to fly an airplane. It already is. A lot of our modern corporate jets, for instance, are far easier to fly than the average guy or girl flying a Beechcraft Baron, for God's sakes. So the pilot job is getting easier. Doesn't mean it's getting any safer or better. I'll get into that in the future version of one of these about pilot skill and human error. But I will say this, that if you are looking to be a pilot, you may be part of the last generation of true aviators. However, I'll go backwards real quick. If you want to get into something in aviation where you can be used, appreciated, and if you're a person who can think, who can troubleshoot, who can read, and who can work, and not just swap out parts hoping for the best, there's an opportunity there in aviation. And we're going to be doing more with that at Renegade Aviator, because I think it's one of the greatest growth areas right now for people in aviation. Finally, just a comment, since we're going to ICAS, and what you'll notice is whenever there's an aviation incident like the UPS incident, which may be viewed upon as not pilot error but maintenance, and the most recent Thunderbird incident, I'm not going to comment on why, how, what. You won't see me put on an airline uniform, pontificate, and tell you all the great things that I thought would happen. However, we had two things happen with the Thunderbirds here recently. One, back in November, they just made a swap at the top, right? Number one was replaced. I don't know why. I don't care why. It's none of my business. And then just this week, we had Thunderbird 5 go down, and luckily he was safe. He was able to eject with minor injuries. So instead of pontificating on what happened and how it happened, let me say this. As aviators, we manage risk. Our job as aviators is to manage risk. We can't eliminate it. And in the years that I've worked as a pilot expert, working with insurance companies and litigation on pilot actions, I can say this: none of us are beyond a mistake. The maintenance side or the pilot side, none of us are beyond that. There will be tools that'll help us moving forward into the future, I'm sure. But in the end, it comes down to me, the PIC. You, if you're a pilot, the pilot in command, everything rests with us. So instead of pontificating on an accident when I don't have the facts, I'm just going to say we are looking forward to ICAST. We're looking forward to air shows in 2026 because aviation is going to change. So get out to an air show, go watch the Thunderbirds, go watch the Blue Angels, and go watch small guys like me with my Carnival Act, the TS-11 Iskra. This is Dave Costa. I am the Renegade Aviator. See ya!